I can't imagine being a man having to even come into contact with that because of what I produce, you give yourself permission to mistreat me. So a lot of women need to get for real about that. How inappropriate, how unacceptable, how despicable that is.
Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of E-Rants. I am yo Felix Long Trousers.
Hey, Daddy!
All right, let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into this.
Women only seeing men for what they can produce financially, devaluing their character, setting herself above him. I measure everything against money, how much I should respect you, how much I should love you, what I think about you. I measure it against money. This is what happens when we have the priorities out of order, when someone loves money more than they love godly principle. I set myself above him, disrespecting him, patronizing, even abusing him because I'm angry when the man doesn't produce. I have a tendency to treat him worse. Some of y'all get abused.
Hold on, bro. She's cooking up something. She's cooking up something fierce. Oh my goodness. And the crazy thing is, right, because a lot of people gonna think, Felix, when you say she's cooking, are you trying to imply that women should stay in the kitchen? Yes, but no at the same time, because you guys have to understand, the best chefs in the world are actually men. Something about that seems misogynistic, but it's not. But I feel like if it is, I feel like we're in the right spot. I'm gonna allow her to keep orchestrating the kitchen because she's doing it so well. But first, before I allow that to proceed, I have to say this, like a lot of joints really do feel like they can treat you any type of way. If you're not bringing in the money, they feel like you need to bring in, right? It's like almost like, oh, I don't have to be with this guy because he's not able to bring the dinero down to the table. I can find somebody else who can do the same thing. So I don't have to treat you with respect because you're disposable. That's why you have joints like Kanye West girl, Bianca Centauri, walking around naked 24/7 while he's fully clothed up. He's actually overly clothed most of the times, right? But she does that because Kanye has Kanye money, right? Do you think that she would be doing that? Maybe. I doubt it. Do you think she'd be doing that to a dude without the dinero? Do you think she'd be doing that for Tiny Tim in the hood without the money? I don't think so. I don't think so. With money comes great respect, but at the same time, even if you're a lame before the money, you'll be a lame without the money.
You ever been on a private jet before?
No, not yet.
Not yet? I want to find out?
No.
You ever been on a yacht before?
I'm in Miami. It's everywhere.
Okay. You been on a yacht? You ain't been on a yacht with me though.
Well, it would be nice,
It'd be
but
different.
I know it would be nice, but I want to like you, like, before I could get on it. It's not going to be fun if it's a private jet with someone that you don't really find, whatever, you
100%.
know. That's it. That's just it.
I agree.
Some of y'all get abusive. You started treating him like he was less than. This is abuse. It's really something to be upset about. I can't imagine being a man having to even come into contact with that because of what I produce, you give yourself permission to mistreat me. So a lot of women need to get for real about that. How inappropriate, how unacceptable, how despicable that is. The way that you want men to take accountability for the way he mistreats you, women, I want you to take accountability for your tendency to the point where it's a consistency. You're consistent, negative, dysfunctional, even damn abusive behavior towards men, speaking down on them, treating them weird, treating them messed up, calling them names, verbally obliterating them. Because you've attached their worth to their money. When you hurt people like that, you got to stop leaning on all your crutches, talking about, well, it was what I saw. You need to apologize.
I'm telling you. I don't know. I don't know if she got a brother or something like that. And the brother just vented to her and then she was like, no, I'm tired of it. Like, she don't like the brother's girl or something like that because this video had energy. I honestly do feel like no matter what the money, if a joint want to disrespect you, she's going to disrespect you. She wants to talk reckless to you, she's going to talk reckless to you. I mean, look at the girls on basketball wives, right? Like a lot of them, like Evelyn Lozada, like I don't know how dudes was even wifing this joint. I mean, like she looked cool, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But her attitude and everything like that, you know, if she wants to act up, she acts up. These guys are top 1% of guys. Let me tell you a story real quick, right? I actually have a buddy. I'm not going to tell you his name because I'm pretty sure he'd be upset if I disclose his information. But he's recently been on a dating market and he's been on Hinge. And on Hinge, he's had a few matches. A lot of joints have been catfishes, right? You know, you pull up to a joint. She shows pictures from 2019, and you guys know 2019 was the last year before the pandemic really took effect. And once the pandemic took effect and a lot of joints stayed at home, they gained a few pounds. And when I say a few pounds, I mean a lot of pounds. So a lot of joints are using their old pictures from 2019 before Uber Eats started going crazy. But he was able to sift through, find a few joints here and there, right? Some decent looking joints that weren't big. And but then as of recently, very recently, he found a joint that was very attractive. Like checked all the boxes, right? Had a nice cute face. She was a decent size, like she probably 5 foot, 5'3" size, nice feminine size, you know what I'm saying? And huge knockeronis and huge gluteus maximus with minimal stomach protrusion. Because you guys understand, usually when the butt is big, sometimes the stomach also protrudes somewhat. You know, it's not a direct science, but it's like he found this joint. Guys went out on a date. They went out to a decently priced restaurant. Everything was good. Went out to hookah, had fun. Eventually, it seemed like things are getting a little bit more serious, right? Things are getting, the connection is getting stronger as time goes on. They talk more and more about things. And my buddy right now, he's just starting to get his feet up, right? Like he's gone through a bad relationship that kind of messed him up, right? It's almost like a divorce. He was in a long relationship. So it was kind of like a divorce. He lost a lot of money. He lost his car and lost his job. He had to start over, right? So he's starting from the bottom on his way up and he's doing decently well. And then now he's running to this joint. And, you know, he explained that to her. She said that she understood. And they were moving accordingly. Her birthday came up. This guy spent a lot of money making sure that she had a great time. You know, got a section at the club. You know, went to an expensive restaurant in DC. And, you know, they just had, it was supposed to be a great time, right? It was supposed to be a great time. This guy spent probably up to a grand, a stack, right? This is all in one night. It seemed as she was drinking, right? And she's warned him before that she had a spicy mouth. As she started drinking, she started feeling more comfortable, right? And she just started pretty much, I don't know, acting reckless, just saying bad, crazy stuff. He wouldn't tell me exactly the crazy stuff, but he just said he felt really, really disrespected to the point that a backhand was in the future, if possible. He's not an abuser, but a backhand could have been implemented if things had progressed. The next day, she apologized to him, told him like, this is not me. I'm sorry, I was drunk. Even though we all know that when you drink, it brings out the true feelings. It shows what you really, it unlocks your inhibitions and you say what you really feel like, right? And, you know, they were having a heart-to-heart conversation and he asked like, why would you say some wild stuff, right? So she came out and pretty much told him like, hey, listen, you're not really making a lot of money, right? Even though I feel like he's making decent money, but she's saying that you're not making a lot of money. Like the type of guys that I've messed with before make big De Niro. Like I'm talking about giving me allowance De Niro. Like I told you, this joint is bad. Like this is Basketball Wife, bad. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've seen the girls in Basketball Wife, they look kind of but you know what I'm saying? She's bad. So it makes sense. She said she was okay with his money situation because he's getting back on his feet, but it showed that she really wasn't, right? And she felt like she can talk reckless to him because he's not bringing in the dinero that the previous guys have brought in. She told him this straight up. Like she told him straight up, like, listen, you didn't have the money, so it's like, you know, I don't know. It's like I don't feel like I can hold back as much. And I respect the honesty, but that's wild work. that's wild work. And I feel like there's a lot of joints out there who have the same mentality of this joint. Maybe not to the extreme of like, you know, messing with ballers that giving, you know, monthly allowances upwards of, you know, what 15, two grand a month just for existing and stuff like that. Like, But there's a lot of joints that will see this guy and be like, I don't have to show him a lot of respect. It's cute in the beginning, right? It's cute in the beginning. You're infatuated. It's puppy love and everything. But as time goes on, they feel like they can talk reckless, be disrespectful. So that's the thing. My grandmother always told me, like, listen, make sure you have your money up, right? It's not that you're looking for gold diggers, but make sure you have your money up, because a lot of joints is just not respecting you unless you have the dinero in the bank to live a good life. Not all joints, but listen, my advice is this: just find a joint that cares for you. So like, it's go. Like, if I was y'all, bro, I always say this: you going out with a girl, take her to Texas Roadhouse for the first date. You're giving her steak, well-made, nice steak, at a reasonable price. See how she reacts, right? Then the next date, take her to, I don't know, the Chili's or something. Like, take her to chill joints, like, even if you got money, just see how she acts. And then keep that going. Man, I don't know, keep that going for like 2-3 months. Don't let her know that you're really making good money or something like that. See how she reacts. Eventually, a girl can only hold back for so long before she shows you the true colors and how she feels. But I mean, like, joints can go longer. But, you know, I'm just giving you like a little spitball, a little advice or something. This is easier said than done. Just try to find a joint that can respect you. Like, they're just, is not looking for all the money. All joints are going to look for money to a certain extent. I don't care I don't care how good your girl is. They're going to look for money to a certain extent. But you got to find one that won't disrespect you because of the money. Right? It's going to be hard, especially in the West. But it's out there. It's definitely out there. Instagram and stuff like that is making it harder, but it's out there. So, like, but yeah, man. This joint right now that was rapping, maybe she could be saying all that. I ran into joints that was talk a sweet game like this, and then really, when shit hits the fan, it gets wonky. It gets wonky. All right, man. But I don't know. You guys, let me know. What advice would you guys give up? Like, do you believe that all joints is like this? Like I said, I think it's a big chunk. It's a big chunk. Or do you feel like, I don't know. Just give me an input in the comments, man. I'm replying to everything. That's all I got to say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.